Prem Namaste, Vanakkam and good morning. I am Shridika Pillai and you are watching 3's newest magazine program, Sadhana, The Inward Path. Yes, it's exciting times as we delve deeper into the ocean of Hinduism to explore and unfold the pearls of this ancient religion. We begin today's show by examining the ideals of the idol, where we travel to the heart of India and examine an age-old tradition. We also head off to exotic Thailand and uncover a little-known secret. And then we drop anchor in good old Mzansi with the sights and sounds of a spectacular firewalking prayer right here in Stanga. Hinduism highlights the omnipresence of the divine, both in the animate and inanimate, and idols form an integral part of worship, leading the devotee on from the form to the formless ultimate divine. Mahabalipuram in the south of India is home to a rich lineage of simple sculptors who very tangibly move the formless to an impeccable, precise form, where the divine is revealed quite literally as God in a stone.
Mystical Mother India, with her vibrant culture, incredible places of worship, and ancient traditions, appears mesmerizing to the ardent spiritual seeker and eager globetrotter alike. The pristine beauty of her grand palaces and forts contrasts sharply with the equal beauty of her quaint old villages that seem caught in time. In fact, the key to the mysticism is a similar theme of spiritual iconography that's infused throughout this ancient land. Mahabalipuram, lying on the Coromandel coast overlooking the Bay of Bengal, has its place in India's rich history. The village, often referred to as an open-air museum, with monolithic temples and impressive cave cutouts fashioned from a single rock, reflects its link to distant lands, as told through the artistic creativity and skill of its people through to the present day.
This is my father, my grandfather doing same work. Then I am learned for college for sculptor 8 years. Theory, how is Ganesha, how is Vishnu, how is Kali, the different position, iconographic, iconometric.
Through the precision of the sculptor, a formless granite stone gradually takes shape to reveal the beautiful image of divinity. Idols are not the idle fancies of sculptors, but a medium, a channel through which the heart of a devotee connects to God. With the mind fixed on this image and the lips chanting the name, the heart of the devotee wells up with love and a divine connection is established.
I feel very good work for this because all the people is many people in all the world because nobody do it for granite work and also nobody do it for sculpture. I feel very good because I do drawing, I sculpture. I make for sculpture. I introduce for every time new sculpture. The client say I want Amman, so I asking how is this Amman? This is Santam or Kobam. Santam means very smiling face. Kobam means it's for angry mood. Yeah, this is a big thing. Then we also doing drawing. They will telling for Aidam. Aidam means this hand, how is it? Abhayam, Astam. Abhayam means like this. Yeah, Vardha means like this. This is Chinmuttira. This is Susyastam. This is different position of the gods. We make first eyes and make center line, and then we make draw all the eyes, nose, lips, then chin, everything we can draw. Then you can eat slowly. It will come in face. When I buy stone big, not smaller, the client asking this size I need. So we can make for line first, take first measurement, then I red marking. All the statues I have my mind. So what I look the stone, okay, this stone is okay for doing for that sculpture. Because if we hit the stone, it will coming for like bell sound, You see the bell in the temple? The sound that will coming for very long sound. This is very good stone. Granite is very good, cooling, very good weather. Temperature is very good. You can put heat, no problem, cold, no problem. You see all the temple and maybe 7th century and like that, and all the temple doing only for stone. That time with any problem, the people go inside, they will safe because they want some time, like tsunami, some cyclone, rainy season. Sometime it will collapse. The temple nothing, nobody do it, no problem because this is stone, very hard. We have nine faces for the God. 9 faces. Like this is for one face. Okay, you can calculate your hand like this, 8 for you, for me, our hand. This is for one face. Exactly, this is one face. You can calculate like this. 8 faces for human bodies. Then God is one step more. So we can calculate for 9. Ganesh is for 5 faces. Panchamukham. This is for Ganesha only for short. And Shiva, Vishnu, 9.
A murti in the temple or home is precious for a devotee and is more than just an image of his Lord. Through his sadhana and penance, he lives its ideal, and verily, it is God for him. Indeed, more than just a god in a stone.
Bye.
Exotic Thailand, known mostly for its shopping and sun-soaked sandy beaches, actually has some similarities to our own South African history. Indians here also played a phenomenal role in this country's history as well, contributing to the prosperity and religious landscape too. Very much like us, they too took with them their language, culture, and most importantly, their religion. But that's not the secret. With its exciting blend of East and West, old and new, Thailand draws millions of tourists annually. Aside from limitless sightseeing options and friendly, hospitable people, for Hindu tourists, the country offers a fascinating added dimension. Although Thailand is 95% Buddhist today, it has a thriving Hindu community with many temples across the country. Naturally imbued with an open-minded and tolerant nature, Thai people respect and welcome all faiths. They especially revere India as the birthplace of the Buddha and have incorporated many Hindu emblems and rituals into everyday life. The long-standing connection between Thailand and Hinduism is most apparent in the ancient city of Ayutthaya. Situated approximately 60 kilometers north of Bangkok, this once golden and glittering city was named after Ayodhya, the sacred birthplace of Lord Ram. Like its namesake, both kingdoms are situated on the banks of a river. Both have a magnificently glorious past, and both have been surrounded by political intrigue, betrayals, and invasions. Rich in artistic refinement and architectural treasures, Ayutthaya has more than 1,700 gold-leafed palaces, temples, and monasteries. Unsurprisingly, merchants, missionaries, and adventurers from every corner of the globe were mesmerized by the city's rich and opulent beauty.
Ayutthaya was found in 1350. It was located in the middle of what we call Suvarnabhumi region. Suvarnabhumi means the land of gold, and was located with the equal distance of India and China. That's why it became the hub of commercial and diplomatic societies within this region.
The Sanskrit translation for the word Ayutthaya is not to be warred against. It's ironic then that the city's illustrious 400-year rule was tragically ended when it was brutally sacked and destroyed by neighboring armies in the 18th century. Monasteries and palaces were plundered on a large scale, and citizens were forced to abandon the city, resulting in its collapse. Despite the crumbling archaeological ruins, Ayutthaya today remains awe-inspiring, and its historical park has been recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Many young Thais visit the city today, which is still a source of great national pride. Pilgrimages are undertaken as a means of honoring ancestors, as well as to recollect the city's past splendor.
I think the whole country is proud of Ayutthaya, and when you go to school as a student, you have to learn about our city, and you have to learn about Ayutthaya as, you know, our main capital city in the old time. And the school take trips from everywhere to travel in Ayutthaya. So I think young people are interested in Ayutthaya, and now it becomes hipper to travel around these ruins and, you know, to see where you're from, and to see the ruins and to appreciate the values of Buddhism, the values of the cities.
Along with the countless relics and treasures that went up in flames when the ancient capital fell, were written records of the Ramayana. This Hindu epic had long been a source of inspiration to the Siamese kings of Ayutthaya. Several years later, when Bangkok was established as the new capital of the country, one of the first actions of King Chulalongkorn the Great was to build the spectacularly ornate Grand Palace, the Temple of the Emerald Buddha. He also oversaw a new translation and composition of the Ramayana, or Ramkian as it is commonly known in Thailand. The king was so inspired by the story of Lord Ram, seeing him as all that a just and valiant ruler should be, that he divinized himself as a savior and avatar of the Thai people by adopting the name Ram for himself. These stunning Ramakian murals on the walls of the Grand Palace were painted during the reign of his successor, King Ram III. We see in these vividly depicted images the legendary story of Prince Ram, his loving wife Sita, and their adventures following her abduction and rescue from the demon king Ravan. Although the images are of the Ramayana, these have been adapted to a Thai context in terms of clothing, weaponry, and the scenery. Hindus traveling to the Grand Palace and the ancient ruins of Ayutthaya will leave feeling reconnected to their own wonderful epics. These redefined and deeply cultured tourist destinations in exquisitely beautiful Thai settings can have few equals. Welcome back. Yes, back home to South Africa, back to our traditions, our own nuances, and our own ways of worship. Carried over from our Holy Land, the ancient practice of firewalking is still very much alive today. We join the Belvedere Draupadi temple as devotees perform this sacred act across glowing coals with utmost faith and reverence.
This prayer was done at home. It was done as a family prayer at the Maestri's home. And I used to go into a trance of Lord Muruga. And initially I started the firewalking at home. As we progressed through the prayer, it started getting bigger and bigger, where we could not cater for the community and for the number of people there. So we had to move it to a public ground where the community can also participate. Draupadi Amman firewalking prayer comes from the great epic of the Mahabharata. She is the wife of Arjun, and she was disgraced in the royal court by Duryodhan, who is Arjun's cousin brother, who was envious of the fact that Arjun had married Draupadi. And because he disrobed her, Krishna, who is a brother, didn't allow that to happen and gave her more and more sari to wear so that she wasn't disrobed at any time. But the people around there didn't believe this. And to prove her chastity and to prove her innocence, she had taken a vow that she will walk on a red bed of coal to prove to everybody her innocence.
And her devotees that have taken on this venture have done so by a means of showing devotion to her, and by proving that we are able to fast the 18 days and observe the 18 days and ultimately offer themselves to her and show that, Mother Draupadi, we have fasted these 18 days and we offer this worship to you.
The devotees actually pay homage to Mother Draupadi Amman by carrying the gargams. The gargam is symbolic and it represents the crown of the Divine Mother, telling her mother that you are the Queen of the universe, and they pay homage to her.
It contains 5 different liquids, which represents 5 different elements, life-giving elements. It is decorated and beautified, and you will notice that there's a face on the gargam representing her face, the Divine Mother's face, ultimately as a symbol of her crown.
When we start the Gargam prayer, it is a havan that is done by the priest. Then we have a Urikashalambu group, and we have the tiger drummers who give the vibrations to the devotees and put them into that spirit of Mother Draupadi. We have those who get into a trance. The trances are invoked and they are pierced. The gargams are carried. It is taken on a short route and brought down to the fire pit.
community has just taken a fantastic approach to the prayer and have joined us, and it's just grown from a simple house prayer amongst the family, and it's just grown amongst the community.
We had taken the sacred fire from the temple down to the fire pit, and we ignited the fire. Not everybody and anybody is allowed into the fire pit because the devotees go through an 18-day very strict fast in reverence of this mother.
When they stand there at the beginning of that fire pit and they look across it and they see her and all they see is her, the fire that's before them will bring them no harm. It is a test of their faith as well as a show of their devotion to her, thus resulting in them being easily able to cross the fire. So I think the fire you go through and you come across being pure and showing that it's a spiritual cleansing.
Knowingly or unknowingly, I mean, we human, we do make mistakes, and prayer to Lord Muruga and Mother Draupadi will most certainly, she will give them her mercy. She'll shower her mercy upon them.
These festivals and prayers is what will draw us closer, keeping us away from negative activities that one should not be taking part of.
We hope we've tantalized your taste buds with our new look, new feel sadhana. It's just a taste of what's to come for the rest of the series as we bring you more of Hindu lifestyle, tradition, art, culture and music. Remember, Sadhana, The Inward Path, on Saturdays at 11:30 on SABC 3. Until next week, keep up the sadhana. Jai Mata Di.